Thank you all very much for honoring me into your Golden Key Society. It's a privilege to be here and an honor to speak to you all today. So how many of you in the room would like to achieve some level of success in your life? By a show of hands. Good, I like that. Almost everyone's hand. And by a show of hands, how many of you would like to have an impact in the world? Pretty much everyone in the world, or in the room, thank you. So my name is Helander. I'm currently an MBA student here at Oakland University. I am also the Student Engagement Outreach Coordinator for the Alumni Engagement. And I have two other roles as well. I'm the Chief Bean Counter for Detroit Bold Coffee. Has anyone heard of Detroit Bold Coffee? A couple people in the room. Yeah, it's great coffee. Make sure you drink it. And I'm also the Director of Marketing Operations for Karma Jack. So I have 3 different hats that I kind of wear at all times, as well as being a student. And then along with that, it's not really about me though, it's about all of you today. Being on the top 15% of your class is truly an honor and takes a lot of commitment to be there. So let's give you all a round of applause. I would also like to recognize my mom, dad, and brother who are in the back of the room who made the trip from Illinois today to come be with me. Let's give them a round of applause. And when I talk, I like to move around, so it's okay with all of you if I kind of walk around up here? Yes? And then I also like to have a lot of level of engagement and high energy, because the more energy you give me, the more energy I can give you as well. You think you guys can do that for me? Yeah. Can you say yes? Yes. Thank you. As I go through the talk, I kind of want to give 4 main points that you can use in your own life that you can take for you. These are just kind of my views on how to be successful and move through life. So if you like them, I invite you to use them. If you don't like them, that's okay. But just see if there's something that works for you and invite you to use it. Does that sound good? Yeah. Awesome, thank you. I appreciate the engagement. So the first point I would like to make here is that time is important. Pretty basic, right? So can everyone repeat after me? Say, my time, is important. Great. One more time. My time, is important. Now give the people next to you a high five and say, yes it is. Thank you. I know this may seem kind of silly, but hopefully this helps sink it in by doing these engagements. And the next thing I want to talk about is pizza. Who are my people like pizza in the room? Like, who really loves pizza? Like, just biting in that cheesy, ooey goodness bite. And the thing I want to talk about is 912. Because on average, I usually have pizza once a month. And if I live to be 100 years old, I'm going to eat 912 more pizzas in my life. And that's just kind of a silly metaphor to talk about how limited time is. And the real cost of anything in your life is how much time you're willing to give for that. So that's my first tip, is being mindful of your time. Anyone in the room procrastinate ever? Yeah, anyone procrastinate all the time? Anyone not put their hand up because they're still procrastinating? That's me too, and I'm trying to get better at it. I'm not perfect yet, but I am working on not procrastinating and making sure that I know my time's important and I'm doing the things that matter most to me. So again, the first point is your time is important. So everyone, one more time, say, my time, is important. Thank you. That's my first tip. My second tip is, has anyone heard the phrase that you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with? Some people? Anyone? Let's show of hands. Who's heard of that phrase before? Thank you. So I really believe that is the people that surround you make you. So if you surround yourself with the wrong crowd, you're probably going to do the same things they do. Or if you surround yourself with the people that are in this room, the high achievers, the ones that are dedicated to their studies, you're probably going to do better at your studies as well. And can I share a fun little story with you? Yeah. Can I share a story with you? Yes. Thank you. The more engagement you give me, the more energy I can give you, and I really appreciate it. Also, side note, today is my birthday. So this is my birthday celebration, so thank you all for coming for my birthday today. Yeah, right? But back to my story, has anyone ever fished for crabs before? No crab fishers in the room? Well, when you have a bucket of crabs, and you fill it, pretty close to the top, the crabs could climb out of the bucket. But when you're in that bucket of the crabs, Again, their little claws going like this. And the one tries to go out, the other crabs actually pull it back into the bucket. So as the crab's trying to get out of the bucket, he keeps going up, trying to get to better things, get to freedom, go back to his little crab family. The other crabs pull him back into the bucket. And if he continues to do that, they will pull him down. They'll actually break apart his legs to keep him in the bucket instead of trying to escape. So the reason I bring that up is that I want you to close your eyes for a second. I want you to think about if there's any people in your life that are like those crabs that are holding you back and bringing you down. So go ahead, close your eyes. Think about if there's any of those people in your life, and think about them bringing you down. Now with your eyes still closed, the next thing I want you to think about, is there anyone in your life that raises you up? Those people that just make you feel really good and encourage you. These could be your parents, your friends, maybe coworkers, maybe people in this honor society. But who are those people that bring you up? All right, go ahead and open your eyes. So from my experience, I do this often. I think about who are those people that kind of bring me down, and who are those people that raise me up, and who do you think I'm trying to spend more time with? Yeah, the people that raise me up, right? Because I know the better people I surround myself, the more I'm going to do as well. So that's kind of my second point here, is that be mindful of who you surround yourself with. So repeat after me, be mindful, of who you surround yourself with. Thank you. Anyone remember the first point? My time is important. And the second point is be mindful of the people you surround yourself with. Now for this next point, I actually brought a really special prop today. It's in my pocket. I'm going to get it out for you. Anyone ever seen this before? Called pointing the finger. So when something bad happens in your life, what do most people normally do? They point the finger as their fault. It's because of them. Anyone do not so well? Well, maybe not in this class. You guys are all doing great in your classwork. But I know for me, I've had classes where I didn't do as well in. And I'm like, oh, it's because the professor's not a good teacher. Or it's because I don't have enough time to study properly. And I would always point the finger at something else, blame someone else. And so take your pointer finger. Everyone, I think I left one on everyone's chair. If you go ahead and grab your pointer out now. And I want you just to point at anyone you want in the room. So go ahead and point at someone in the room. And now while still pointing, what I want you to notice is while you have your one finger out, how many fingers are pointing back at you? When you point your finger at someone else, you have 3 fingers pointing back at you. All right, thank you. You can put that away. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you for the engagement with that. Thank you. Yeah, I like being silly and having a good time. I have high energy, so thank you all for that. But the reason I bring that up is that you want to take ownership of your life. And you guys all did great in the classroom, so all my students in here, is it because of your hard work that you got into this honor society by show of hands? Yeah, right? It's the studying you did, it's the homework you did, the exams you took, and the papers you have written that got you into here. Your hard work, right? And you own that. You're like, I did this hard work, I got here, I own all of that. But I also invite you to own all those things that don't go as well in your life. In my classes now, if I don't do well, I know it's just because I'm not putting in enough effort, I'm not making the time for it, I'm not doing the right study habits, so it is on my fault. And instead of going through life as a victim, I can actually own it, and I feel a lot better about my life. All the good times, and the bad times as well. So if you want to own the great times, take ownership for it. It's like, yeah, I did that hard work, it was me that got me there, but then all the things that don't go right in your life, take ownership of that as well. And you'll just feel a lot better of it. Instead of being a victim and having life happen to you, instead thinking that life happens for you. So give the people around you a high five and say, it's my life. Thank you. So that's my third key here, is taking ownership. So first key is what? My time is important. Second key is? Be mindful of who you surround yourself with. And the third one that we just went over? Taking ownership of your life. Thank you. So the last thing, and we kind of talked about this as talking about the benefits of Golden Key, and that's being a leader, leading in your life. You guys are already leading in the classroom, but does anyone here work a job currently? Parents, you can raise your hands as well. You're working a job. Anyone involved in other organizations? Anyone involved in volunteering? Yeah, so pretty much everyone's been able to raise their hand at some point. So you're all doing different things in your life where you should be taking a lead role. And that doesn't mean you have to be upfront, like crazy, like, oh, this is what we need to do, and being authoritarian. But what are the things that you can do in your group? Maybe you're more introverted, and it's like, you know what, I'm just going to do the best work behind the scenes that I can. That's still being a leader. And it's also taking ownership, too. And so, anyone familiar with the Iditarod race? Anyone know what it is? Yeah? It's the race of the sled dogs. I think they have like 12 sled dogs in front, the person's on the back going across Alaska. Well, so you see those dogs running in front, right? Only the first dog has a good view. Think about it, right? All the dogs behind them are staring at the butt in front of them. So that's why it's important to be a leader in your life, is the leader has the best role, and then they're also the ones that are just going to make more out of life, make the contribution. And again, you don't have to be up front, leading, being authoritarian, but it's those behind the scenes work that you can do as leadership as well. And this is kind of like a half one here. So that was number 4, is be a leader. So let's go through the first 4 together. Number 1 is, my time is important. Number 2, be mindful of who you surround yourself with. Number 3, take ownership of your life. And number 4, be a leader. And again, these are all just my points of view and what I think contributes to success. So I invite you to take them into your own life. If not, you think I'm crazy up here, and you're like, why is this guy making me give high fives to the people around me? Why is he making me close my eyes? And you don't like it, completely okay too. But hopefully you can use these in your life. And this is kind of the half one now, is being a leader is to not be afraid of failure. Which is kind of odd, saying that we're all in the school, and usually failing in your class is a bad thing, right? Yes? Yes. Yeah? But in other areas of life, failing is perfectly normal, and I would argue that you learn more from your failures than your successes. Because you're going to see, why didn't this go right? Why didn't this happen for me? Or what caused this, and what can I do better for the next time? It's not really a true failure as long as you can learn from it and not repeat it again. So that's kind of like the little half one I'm sneaking in there, is not to be afraid of failure. Because for me, I had a goal with Karma Jack of getting 40 clients by April, and I only have 5 clients to work with. So really far off, I had that huge, audacious goal. And the reason why I didn't achieve it is I just simply wasn't making enough phone calls. I wasn't reaching out to enough people. I was just kind of satisfied with what I was doing. And I thought because I wrote my goal down that I would achieve it, but you have to take action behind it too. But I failed from it and I learned from it. And so now I'm like, all right, if I want to achieve this, I have to put myself out there more and actually take the action steps to get there. So those are my 4 steps, and I know this is silly, but it's repetitive. I want you to remember it. I don't want to just talk up here and then no one remembers anything from it. So from the top, one last time, the first key is, my time is important. Second key, good, we got that one down now. Be mindful of who you surround yourself with. 3, take ownership of your life. Remember the pointing the finger, you got 3 coming back at you. And the 4th one, be a leader. Then 4.5 is don't be afraid of failure. So the last thing I want to do before I wrap up is if you have your phone on you, if you want to take that out, go ahead and get your phone out right now. And again, I said I want to make a difference in your life, so I want to be there for you. So if you have Facebook, you can pull that up right now. And you actually can send me a friend request. So my name is Aaron, A-A-R-O-N. Everyone there? Phone's off. But yeah, so my name is Aaron, A-A-R-O-N. Last name is Helander, H-E-L-A-N-D-E-R.
It says you're 94.
Yeah. And you can see it's my birthday too. Not 94. I think when I first made Facebook, I was like 16, so I wasn't supposed to have it yet, so I just made some random age on it.
So 94.
Yeah. But yes, I'm also on LinkedIn too, so anyone in the room have a LinkedIn page? Yeah, please connect with me on LinkedIn too. It's still Aaron Helander. I want to be able to do more speaking like this. Has anyone gotten some value out of today's talk by show of hands? Oh, thank you guys, I appreciate it. But if you want to endorse me for public speaking, that helps me out a lot, so I can do more things like this and I can go after my dream and live my passion. So feel free, again, my name's Aaron Helander. I want you to reach out to me. If anything I said resonates with you, feel free to reach out to me, send me a message on either platform, and I would love to connect with you and talk with you more. And the last thing I'll leave you with is that there's so many opportunities, not only at Oakland University, but in the community as well, and you should make the most out of every single opportunity presented to you. Don't be afraid of it, make sure you grab onto it, latch on, and go along for the ride. So that's where the leadership positions can come. Be a part of the board. Put yourself out there, be a leader, and take advantage of every opportunity. Again, my name is Aaron Helander, and I hope to see each and every one of you again very soon. Thank you.